This week on the Mothership Podcast.
No,
We can't say that. I'll get arrested.
You just told on yourself because all I said was, Will. I didn't say. And so I'm going to start off with a message from my overlord for the human beings. We're coming for you. We're going to take everything. And you're going to get fucked up.
And it's going to be a really nice time.
It's going to be a very nice time for us. It's going to be a real nice time for us. But yeah, but in the meantime, let's talk about aliens in pop culture. There forever.
Well, I gotta go.
Yeah, and cut the cameras.
Yep, of course, just beam away, leaving me here, tidy up. Oh, I wish I could transport, but no, Will has to take the bus. I mean, really, I'd really just like to be appreciated for once in a while. I mean, the light falls down. Oh, yeah, who has to fix it? Will has to fix it. Oh, I don't have a drink. Who has to get a
And we're back. After, not a short break, kind of a long break. Yeah, we've been gone for a hot minute. But, yeah, we're back. We're black now. We are back on it.
And back in business.
Yes, happy 2023. No, that's not what people say. Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully the rest of the year is better than the foolishness that we had last year.
Yeah. Well, 2022 was weird for me. Like, in some ways, it was like the best year of my life. But then in other ways, like, I was dealing with a lot of foolishness. Especially the last half of the year, I was like dealing with some shit. So it's weird because I look back at the year and I go, actually, like, a lot of amazing stuff happened. But I think just because I ended a year with a lot of personal crap, that it's just been like, yeah, I don't know, it's weird, yeah. But also, well, this is going to be coming out after. Like, we're probably going to be mid-January by the time this comes out. But happy birthday.
Oh,
for yesterday. You. You're another year. How do you feel about having a birthday, like, on New Year's?
I fucking hate it.
Do you actually hate it?
Yeah.
Because does it not feel a little bit refreshing that you can, like...
To who?
For you, because every time you start the year, you get a year older, and it's like, everyone is... Regardless
That'll
of
be good when I'm old and starting to lose it a bit, maybe.
Help you remember the day of your...
But no, it's an awful birthday, actually. Mostly because people are either too hungover from the day before, busy with family because that's what they've chosen to do, or everything's either shut or have price hikes just for the same day.
Or you've got friends like me who just turn up really stoned. That's how I recovered New Year's Day. I didn't even drink on New Year's Eve, but like the performance just took it out of me. Yeah, so we went to, what's the restaurant called?
Full House. In
Brighton. And oh my goodness, I've never been to a hot pot before. Like, we need to have one at my flat. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, and like, because that, but I guess you need to get one of those. You can't just all stand around the stove and just put in. So wait, why don't you explain to people who don't know what hot pot is? What hot pot is?
So hot pot is a thing that's usually done in like China. You have it a bit in Korea and Japan as well, but not so much. Like, it's more a big thing in China as far as I'm aware. And it's basically, you get a pot. It can usually have a divide, and you have a spicy side and a non-spicy side, and
white side and the ethnic side.
And you basically cook your own food, but it's nice. It's like you get a selection of stuff and you chuck it in, you have it what you want, and yeah, it's just nice.
I made
it's a little bit of fun.
The biggest mess. Like, our table was like covered in paper. Clearly they knew what the fuck they was doing, because there's no point having the tablecloth, because you would just be washing that after every...
I've also just realised something. I must be looking crazy right now.
Why?
I got no lashes.
Girl, okay. Oh, wait, maybe we should explain about the lighting situation. So, the lights may or may not be in my flat, which is not here. So we filmed these in where Will lives. Oh, hello, Will. You haven't said anything this episode.
Hi, thanks.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Thanks, Happy New Year.
We were speaking with Will before the episode started. It's not like he's just been sitting there.
No, you just came over, didn't talk to me.
Got in drag.
Yeah, that's part of our contract.
Tough work,
Do not talk to the quiz before rolling.
Yeah, he's also not allowed to look us in the eye when we're recording.
It makes them angry.
I may not be able to see it, but I can feel it. But yeah, what was we talking about?
New Year's hot food.
So,
Lights.
Yeah, the lights.
the lights.
So we did a music video during our break of the podcast, and we filmed it like on the seafront, and I live right by the seafront. So the lights have been at my flat ever since, and yeah, it wasn't until we got here, and Will was like, "Oh, have you still got the lights?" And I was like, "Oh shit." But it's alright, like we got the laser, and yeah, but that's the lighting situation. Start as we mean to go on a mess. But yeah, New Year. I mean, I already know because I've seen you the last few days. You made any resolutions?
Hell no.
Will, have you made any?
No, I don't think so. They're all boring.
I have goals, but not resolutions.
Yeah.
Are yours goals or resolutions?
Yeah, they're just things I want to do to improve my life.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, because the resolution thing, you make it either on New Year's Eve or on New Year's Day. No one sticks to them. Not one fucker.
Although I do have one. I want to make more time for crack. Like, I just feel like I'm not spending enough time doing crack.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. So I want to do more of that this year. I think that's something very achievable for me. But yeah. By the way, I'm not doing crack.
No. You'd sooner get a slap
Yeah.
from everyone in the
Alex
drag
says
family.
no. Alex says no. Yeah.
But, oof.
Yeah, so we are here in a new year. So we took a little break. We just had like a lot going on, and we like all three of us like have very like, you know, we're performers, so our schedules
Booked
are
and
all-
blessed.
Yeah, our schedules are all over the place. So, but we are now consistently going to be filming and recording and
So prepare for all the foolishness
Yeah.
and tomfoolery.
and some additional content. Like we're gonna do some like gaming stuff and like.
Because it wouldn't be a nerd channel without it.
Yeah, I also do feel like at some point we should have, and I don't know how this would work because I don't know how quickly you could like either find, maybe if we could find a 1 hour D&D campaign that exists online.
1 hour is like one situation. So
I know,
we could
that's
just...
why I'm like, is it even, or do we do it like do we do like a running campaign? And
Yeah.
like sprinkle it throughout the year, like part 1, part 2, like maybe we do something like that. I just feel like
We
doing
could
like a
definitely
DM,
do some. Yeah, definitely.
like maybe we even bring like 2 other queens in, and like Will's obviously the DM, obviously, and then like we get like 2 other queens in, and like
That would be so funny.
yeah, it
Sounds
would
like
be
chaos.
funny. That's what I'm saying. Like it would be lit, and like I think a lot of people have this misconception about Dungeons and Dragons. I even think I before the first time I played Dungeons and Dragons was with Will, during the first lockdown, I think. And I think it was on New Year's actually.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that was the first time I ever played D&D, and I think I knew I'd had the misconceptions like, you know, dismantled before I played for the first time, but definitely years leading up. You kind of, I think a lot of people don't realize they would find Dungeons and Dragons so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like it is so much fun.
Just it's like a RPG, but it's more analog.
Yeah, and we just like, the things that happened in the Star Wars one we did was just my sister, the most useless yet hilarious character. Like just the decisions she would make in battle scenarios.
What?
So we created our own characters,
Okay.
and Billy was just
what
doing
race
things.
Was she?
Me and Billy were both Twi'leks, and we
Okay.
actually were sisters in the game.
Okay.
So, and bitch, I, just so you know, when we do D&D, and Will can attest, I fully commit. Like, I will be...
I'm not surprised.
I will be in full... Even when we did the Star Wars one, I just put pajama bottoms on my head just to be a Twi'lek. Like, I wasn't doing the cosplay too seriously, but that character...
Yeah.
I was in, like, full Twi'lek accent, like, talking like this the whole evening. Even when we took breaks and we went out to smoke a joint, I'd be, like, talking like this. Like, yeah, I was fully committed. But then some people were making character choices that I was like, oh my god, I'm on a quest with buffoons. I think I actually was saying that as my character. I was being like, I am on a quest with idiots. Like, this mission will surely fail.
I do like when stuff like that happens because it's just like, okay, how can we bring this back?
But the only thing, and I think for the content, yes, but if I ever play a D&D game that's not being like filmed or anything, I will say to you or whoever the DM is, don't tell me what we missed after. Because I won't say who and I won't say what and how, but someone in our D&D group killed someone. No, killed a character when the character had all the answers. And Will told us at the end, and I was livid. I was so livid. I was like, we would have saved so much. I mean, we still like it. But,
Yeah. Like, you met this lovely caretaker man, and he was like, what are you doing here? You're rebels, or... And then one of our players was like, I punch him in the face.
And it rolled like a perfect, like, a 20.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, oh
no.
Oh, I was like, oh, carry on.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But my
that'd be
sister's
good.
combat decisions were hilarious. Like, in one point, we're in this, like, really closed room, and it's like 6 of us battling like a bunch of battle droids in a really tight space. And Billy, it gets to her turn, and everyone is like, I rolled to the other, I roll past this person to attack that droid, and da da da. And everyone's like, I go to the, and Billy's like, I take my grapple gun, and I shoot, and I swing across the room. To do what? We are in a room no bigger than this, and a grapple gun, and she just wanted to use the grapple gun. She just like, I have a grapple gun. I want to use.
I have a lot of respect for that. I think, you do what you want.
Yeah, but could you imagine if that was in real life?
Yes, because I'm fully committed. So I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
Could you imagine just...
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So anyway.
Into everything.
So anyway, so yeah, we're in a new year. Okay, so before we move on to our topic, what are your... Could you name 3 goals you have for this year?
Do more drag.
Uh-huh.
Work on some of my other side projects a bit more. Starting with getting my computer actually fully sorted, because that needs to be done. And travel more.
Yeah. Travel nationally or internationally more?
Both.
Yeah.
Starting off with Rome in a few months.
Oh, nice.
Well, actually for Valentine's weekend.
Oh, lovely. Human love. But nice, yeah. I think my main goal is to release more music. Like, as I said before, like, I think last year was a bit weird for me. Like, it was one of the best years, but also like I felt in the winter, like I knew when winter was coming. Winter is coming. But I knew when winter was coming, I was like, I'm about to hit a depression. Like, I just knew it. Like, I could just feel it. And I was dead right. And with like external things as well, I think I've just really taken for granted in the last couple of years how much emotional processing I do, like writing, especially music. Because yeah, I've released music this year.
Yeah.
But I think most of the music I've released...
Some bops, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I think pretty much all the music I released this year was recorded in 2021. Like, so apart from the single I'm about to release, I didn't really like write any... I recorded a lot of music, like, but I put so much energy because it is my how I earn a living, performing live. And, you know, for those who have seen me perform or haven't, like, I float about I do cabaret stuff, I do club stuff, I do like, you know, alternative stuff. Like, so I'm always like making new stuff, but a lot of it has been covers and you know, like fast paced like production. Like, I'm not really putting much creativity. Well, I am, but like not as much as I would into an original song.
Yeah.
and me and Will published our next single to put out, and just like kind of just like working on music and talking about music in general. It was just like, oh god, I've missed this. And yeah, a lot of the stuff I've gone through this year, I think it got so bad towards the end of the year, and because I'd been working so hard, like I wasn't dealing with the stuff I was going through, like writing it in songs and stuff. Because I've tried, I think everyone has their own way of dealing with stuff, and as cliche as it sounds, like when I write a song, like, oh my god, like I can get out so much, and especially when I use that song to like perform, and and like songs like Energy and stuff that, I wrote as soon as I left the music industry, and then, so I'm holding back a burp.
There we go.
Better out than in. Oh Jesus! It's fashion. But yeah, so that's my main goal, is to release more music. So I've got a big project I'm working on that but that involves a lot of collaboration. So I think that's going to be like more of like a long-term project, and I'm looking to release like seasonal music, not seasonal as in like you ain't gonna be getting no Christmas songs and Easter songs out of me.
That would be like hilarious.
Yeah, just like releasing.
I would pay to see.
No, but just releasing more music like quarterly and stuff like
down below.
No, I don't. Bitch, you will not like my Christmas bookings are lucky they got what they got out of me. Like I am not the Christmas.
You know I'm the same. I do the one Christmas song and that's it.
Yeah, toxic.
I swear to God.
That is, so we are referencing, we did a Christmas show at a venue called The Curzon, a show called Staunch, and all the queens were sitting, there's quite a lot of queens, queens and kings. How many of us was there, like?
So it's hosted by Cherry Fakewell, big up to Cherry.
Yes.
Then you've got...
You might have seen her on your Brighton bus.
That is very true.
Yeah.
She's popping up everywhere now. But you have your regular cast members, so like Serona Dawn, Serona Thornycroft, me. Oh God, why am I forgetting people now? It's because I've not done it in a few. Oh, she's gonna kill me.
But look. It's fine.
Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Who wasn't there for the last one. But yeah, there's like a usual...
Who was the drag king again?
Sammy Silver.
Confusing me. Because, like, for two reasons.
I've known Sammy for years and always fabulous.
Like, I've been attracted to drag kings before. It's not like, it is not a new feeling for me. But it's because they're not tall at all. Like, not tall at all. But like when we were waiting outside the stage area, I was like looking at them going like, oh, I really want... Please don't watch this.
You know, like, I'm tagging Sammy in this.
No, but like, I mean, I did tell them to their face. I did say like, it's just because I was like, I'm sorry, I keep staring at you, but you're just so hot. Like, it's like when Victoria Scone was the Fabio carrier.
But that was puss.
That broke. So I told Victoria in person, are we hitting a break?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Couldn't even let me finish my thought. All right.
We'll come back to it anyway.
Okay.
So we go take a break.
You start. Because I'll fuck it up. And it's 2023. It's the first one of 2023. Let's go.
Clickety clack.
No!
Girl, you fucked up your mic as well. Jesus.
Wait, let's do it. Okay.
Wait, fix the mic first, girl.
Don't clickety clack.
Now I've forgotten it, bitch.
You know what? Take a break.
Be right back.
And
we're black.
And we're black. We're usually quite in sync, but I didn't know you was gonna. Okay, so do you know what I think what I've just realised is I've picked up one of the squeaky chairs from episode 1. I think I'm sitting on a squeaky chair. What did we use
Wobble
before?
around?
Squeaky?
It's a bit squeaky, but I don't think it's one of the original squeaks.
Y'all just have to deal with it. Like, I could care less.
It'll be fine.
So our topic for today, as you've probably read in the title, is aliens. And not Aliens, the film franchise, just aliens in general, you know. And so I'm going to start off with a message from my overlord for the human beings. We're coming for you. We're going to take everything. You're going to get fucked up.
And it's going to be a really nice time.
It's going to be a nice time for us. It's going to be a real nice time for us. But yeah. So, but in the meantime, let's talk about aliens in pop culture. So, I guess this is a silly question to ask this room. Do we believe that there are aliens?
Yes.
I think it's highly possible.
Yeah.
But it would be very different to how we imagine it, I think.
Oh, for sure. Like, it won't be anything, as much as I love it won't be anything like Star Trek. Like, the gag is when the Vulcans land. Imagine in like 20 years. Because it is like soon.
Yeah.
It's like 20 years.
2064.
Yeah. So it's if the gag. I mean, hello. I'm ready to go. But yeah, no, 100%.
No, but could you imagine if they drop down and they're like, you've been taking a piss out of us?
You little bitch. Running around telling everyone you're the friendly neighborhood alien, you fucking liar. You human piece of shit. You were born in fucking Croydon. Keep our alien race out your fucking mouth. But yeah, maybe they wouldn't know. I feel like, I mean, it's one of the reasons why I try and talk nicely to robots, just in case the uprising happens, because I want them to know I'm a friend. Like, you know, for the aliens that are watching this, like, I'm a friend. Like, I will sell any of these hoes out for literally nothing. Like, literally nothing. Just give me a little ride off this shell. And, yeah. But, okay.
But in terms of, like, realistically, I think it would be possible, and it would just be various different stages of us. So it would be like, maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to remember some of the other planets that are life viable.
What, in the solar system?
Yeah.
So the strongest contender for life, I think, in the solar system, and it's obviously not going to be intelligent life. Well,
They might just be at a different stage.
But it's going to be under the ice of Europa.
Okay.
Like, that is probably, and it's going to be like life living in water, like aquatic life. I think that is the most viable place in the solar system that we know of. But that's the thing.
But outside of that, there are planets that are very similar.
Yeah.
But I think it will be a case of like maybe that planet has them still like prehistoric.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Then another one could be way more advanced.
Well, that's the thing.
Another one is like almost in tandem with us, but it's like
we've probably already observed close planets that have probably had life on them, and that life has just died, or you know, it's because especially the way space is a whole nother topic, like. But like, because space, but the way time works in space, or the way we perceive time in space, you know, it's going to make alien contact difficult for us in the way that we know how technology works. But our technology is very linear. It is very, you know, the
way that we think about everything is linear.
Are we 2-dimensional beings perceiving a 3-dimensional world? Is that it, or are we? No, we're not. We're 3-dimensional beings that perceive. I'm always confused. No, yeah, we're 3-dimensional beings.
Yes.
But our perception of the world is different, right?
Our perception of the world is technically 2D.
Is it?
Because we think just starts here and then ends there.
See what I mean? We're dumb. Like
time is actually in. I forget the actual shape name now. But it's like almost a circle, but then it's like if you were to fold it in on itself, it converges at a point, and then it kind of just...
Right. So my point is that the 4-dimensional beings that are 10 times smarter than what I was trying to explain are like... As you said, like if aliens was to come here, I think a piece of media that does probably the most justice to how first contact would actually go down is Arrival. Like the way that
that is a beautiful movie.
Oh, I love it. And also I love that it's like
it's all about the language.
Yeah, but the language
the
even works in such a way that, like, on first glance, we wouldn't even recognize it as a language.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if it wasn't for Amy Adams, they would have no idea. But and also, like, I love a bit of time travel. So sorry, spoilers. Sorry.
And especially as like someone that loves languages themselves, like seeing a movie that was purely based on having to learn something from scratch with no base characters to go off or anything like that. I can't remember, what is it? It's based something. Whenever like you come across like an ancient language and stuff, there's always like a base that you can go back to.
Yeah, and there's nothing to go on with an alien because, you know, they have evolved in a totally different environment.
And that's what I liked about sorry to go back to Star Trek again, but
never apologize to me for going back to Star Trek. I'm always
apologizing for them.
Yeah, they know what's up.
But the episode in Discovery where they find the aliens that communicate through gases and their feelings. Right.
Oh yeah, at the end of the newest season. Yeah.
Like that is a brilliant episode.
Have you watched Strange New Worlds as well?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So there's also the.
That's what...
No. You are correct. There's the what you just said was correct about Discovery, and then they also have aliens in Strange New Worlds that communicate with music. You remember? But they weren't the gas aliens. You're correct. Don't look confused. You are correct.
How about you jump the two together?
No.
Because which one?
Maybe you're imagining the Strange New Worlds episode, but what you said about Discovery was correct. There isn't the last part.
So which ones were the ones that with the lights as well?
That's Discovery. Because remember, they're the highly advanced, 4-dimensional. Yeah.
And then the ones in Strange New Worlds, it's music, but it's also their feelings.
And the aliens aren't there. I don't think. I think that they're communicating with the ship. Because aliens are not there anymore, I'm pretty sure.
They're not there, but they are.
Because
it's because they use gases.
That's in Discovery. That's Discovery.
And okay, okay, yeah.
It's for definite Discovery.
Then what is the other thing? So it's music, and there's another thing that they use as a base.
They was just talking that she was just using notations to like, but yeah. But anyway, the point is that the way real aliens would communicate most likely is probably not comprehensible for us. But what I will say is that I think it's very likely that there have been aliens that have been aware of us and they've just gone, and the reason they have not revealed themselves or done, or I don't think they've gone further than observation. Because we probably look crazy as hell. They probably look at this planet and go, look at those crazy apes. Those crazy primates. Look at all this shit. Nuclear weapons. Racism. Waste of time. Capitalism. Waste of time. Sexism. I mean, fucking hell. They're literally treating people based on what's between their legs. Like, it's just... A lot of what we do doesn't make sense. We poison the planet to further our technological advances, which is not sustainable in any way. Any race, any species that has existed or will exist in the universe will not be able to expand to become an interstellar species without conquering all of the issues that humanity now faces. So I think I think there are probably some alien and UFO sightings that probably maybe are accurate. And the reason we haven't had extensive contact or whatever is because we look crazy. Like, honestly, like I know it sounds funny. It's like me trying to tell a joke, but I'm being dead serious. Like, it's genuinely how I believe. I feel like we look insane to aliens. Like, they're like, yeah.
Like, what was it? The episode in well, I know the whole point of Star Trek as well is that they won't go to a planet well, they will, but they won't deliberately ask
the
them
Prime
to join,
Directive.
Yeah. Ask them to join the Federation until they discover warp.
They won't even, you're not even meant to make contact.
Yeah.
Like or leave any kind of like evidence to
Warp technology.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
or just like you're not allowed to reveal yourself to a pre-warp civilization. It is the number one Prime Directive in.
But didn't Rick and Morty like take the piss out of it by going? They had something like that, but it was like just an orb or something, or like some weird power thing.
I have actually.
the power.
Wait, is that in the newest season? I've not
Yeah.
seen the newest season yet.
Where Jerry gets an orb of power.
That was something like that, but I swear there was like something specifically doing to like talking to planets. Like I think one of the worlds that they end up destroying.
Oh, wait, what about the snake episode? That's kind of like a Prime Directive episode because Rick tells Morty not to fuck with the snakes. And then he fucks with the snakes, right? And then it's that whole episode of that snake society that... Yeah.
Oh, and the bird people as well. That in
I need to rewatch Rick and Morty. There's been so much other stuff I just have not caught up on that.
there's so many different things, but like I swear there's an episode of some show. It's in that realm where they keep going back because they think that they've developed technology to get into outer space, and then it's just like, oh no, and then they keep leaving, then come back, then leaving, and then coming back.
I have no
as
idea.
a running gag.
Yeah.
But I can imagine aliens going, what the fuck is going on here? And then being like, we're not even going to touch that with the bulge. We'll wait till things...
We'll see what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I feel like if we was to... I don't know, like, there's just, like, imagine if we took, like, nuclear technology into space. Like, I feel like aliens would, like, come out of the dark and be like, hey, motherfuckers, you ain't bringing that shit up in here and fucking up subspace.
Well, you never know. They could have a whole thing that is completely comprised of radioactive matter. Therefore, they're immune to it. Therefore, they don't see it as an issue.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure that there has been research done if we was to nuke
Deal with it.
in space. It's not a good idea.
Well,
It's not a good idea.
well, yeah.
So I feel like an alien race that has been able to travel to us would have worked that shit out already. And even if they are using stuff that maybe is radioactive to us, like I just feel like if there are alien races visiting us, we clearly know that they're not coming from anywhere close because we'd be able to observe that. That if they were able to have achieved that, I think there are a whole lot of nonsense human things that they would have, if they had even gone through those things or similar like social issues they had to overcome as a species, I think they would have been far away. They've already achieved sorting that shit out. Like, because it's kind of, again, not to go back, but the premise of Star Trek is that humans have gotten past poverty, racism, sexism, homophobia, you know, all of these things, just bigotry and like all the nonsense things. If capitalism is gone, like money is totally gone, and you know, and it kind of fleshes especially in things like Enterprise and stuff. It like fleshes out of like humans wouldn't have been able to go this far if they hadn't have sorted out this stuff because you know,
Because they're just barriers, essentially.
yeah.
But then one thing sorry to go back to Star Trek, but one thing I like about Star Trek is how reflective it is. Like they do run into species that, you know, are waging wars against each other and do have racism and homophobia and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it is always a possibility that because we always assume that, oh, aliens, you know, the civilizations, they'll be past that and they'll be fine. But they could just be like murderous war gangs. You never know.
This is true.
I mean, I guess, but I still feel like as a species, you would have to unite the majority of your species to be able to achieve interstellar, like, presence.
At first you would, but then society
I'm not saying
could
that
collapse again.
their intentions could not progress into but I feel like as a species, you would have to have a collective, and if that collective view was that we conquer and destroy, like the Klingons in Star Trek, Klingon society is very unified in terms that you don't meet many Klingons who are like, I don't want to...
let's just chill.
Yeah, like, no, it's fucking Kapla all fucking day, blood, wine, and the gach, and let's go kill some people. Like, I feel like most Klingons are unified on that. Most humans, even if they're not part of Starfleet, are unified in in the philosophy of like what the Federation is about, even if they're not part of Starfleet and stuff. And I think like the Ferengis are like unified in their thinking of, you know, profit and all of that. So
Capitalism.
yeah, but I think the human race currently on the path we're on, there are what, like almost 200 nations, like 10 of those all have different space interests, are all like racing to do the same thing. Whereas like imagine if we was a unified planet that put all of the resources that is going into Mars for SpaceX, for NASA, for India's space program, for you know, all of the imagine if all of these resources were pulled into one, like, and we were all working towards colonizing Mars, and we were all working into creating a refuel station on the moon, and all of these things. Like if all the space resources, all the resources that are going into space exploration in all these different sectors, if they were all going in one place, like just imagine, like, you know.
But then once that's done, it will become the norm eventually. So you could end up with a world like a dystopian, like cyberpunk world where just everybody has space travel and it's normal, and then people could divide because that's no longer a unifying factor, because that's just that's normality.
I just think if we still had a lot of that human bullshit within us, I just don't think we would have survived to that point. Because like, even when we start colonizing other planets, we've still got to, whichever way round it goes, even if it ends up to where we've terraformed Mars to a point to where that's providing resources for Earth, like there's a lot of stuff going on. Like because
at the moment
Earth is going to have to supply Mars, and Earth is like fucked, like, you know. And I just think there's just loads of problems we did, and I'm not saying that I'm right. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine how we would be able to like get to that interstellar point of travel without sorting out a load of stuff. Yeah. Like,
we need to take a break.
Okay. Oh shit.
do you want to start it this time?
I don't know if it's gonna make a difference which way it goes. You start. Okay.
Don't clickety clack.
We blackety black.
And we'll be right back. Kapla!
And we black. Success! So
we've talked about the issues facing interstellar travel and why that could be an issue to meeting aliens or aliens coming to us. I want to use another popular medium for displaying space stories, which is gaming. The Mass Effect approach.
Oh, see, you've just brought this up. The Mass Effect trilogy to play for the first time. I've played Andromeda, but I've not played...
say that. I'll get arrested.
You just told on yourself, because what all I said was, Will. I didn't say. I didn't say none of that.
All right, well, let's cut back now after that conversation.
No, you'll just have to bleep this out. Just bleep. Just bleep. You just told on yourself.
So, Mel, you were saying about the Mass Effect series.
So, I was saying how Will...
Oh.
And we're black. So...
Sorry, carry on.
So, Mass Effect. I know you just got the games from... Oh, Jesus. We're going to need to leave part of that in.
It's fine.
Just so it makes sense thematically.
Oh, God. So,
but
yes, you were saying.
So, so I'm not going to spoil what happens as you've not played them yet. But the way that they deal with various different aliens and how they interact with Earth is very, very well done.
Yeah.
Which is why certain parts of the trilogy and then Andromeda have been so annoying, because people were like, well, you set up this,
Yeah.
this, and they've done it so well. Like, I don't think I've read as much flavor text
Right.
as I have with Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Because they flesh everything out, all the different races. You then learn about races that you don't actually see, but they've got a continuum of stuff that you can actually follow. And the lore is brilliant. Like, whoever is in charge of their lore is...
Yeah. I always do appreciate, like, great world building. Like, but I am starting to see a shift in media and how aliens are starting to be portrayed. Like, obviously, like, we've grown up with a lot of, like, humanoid looking aliens. But I think, was that me? Oh, shit. It's probably Grindr. But it probably is. Like, that's not even a joke. But yeah, it's like starting to see a shift in, like, starting to see, like, non-corporeal aliens. And so I wonder if we'll start to see that in, like, video games as well. Like,
hopefully. Because that'll be... Well, actually, no, we have. What was it? It was the one where you're on a space station.
Dead Space?
No, not that. It's like, it begins with P.
Well, do you know?
Can you describe it, please?
So the aliens take over this space station, but they're basically like inky shadow things.
Oh.
And like the first mission is you have to get to the helicopter pad.
Get to the chopper!
On your on the roof of your apartment building, and then there's a bit of a twist with it, and then it goes from there.
I cannot remember the name, but I do know it.
Yeah, so that they're not really corporeal.
Yeah.
They're more just like inky, shadowy substances that kind of then take over people's bodies and
fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have their own kind of presence when they're outside of bodies as well.
Yeah.
But that's a good alien game as well. And the twists in it are quite good.
Yeah.
What else does...
So is it like an alien invasion kind of thing?
Yes and no. I can't say really much more without spoiling.
Because what I will say about alien invasions is that we would be the ones being the alien invaders. I feel like if any alien invasions
get ready for that in Mass Effect. There's a little bit of that.
Yeah. I mean, so I do know about, like, Mass... Because I have played Andromeda. So, like, I do know, like, bits and pieces. But yeah, I've just never had a chance to... Honestly, I don't actually think I've ever had a computer good enough to be able to play them on the computer. But I have had a PlayStation, but yeah.
Well,
I'm like a very, like... See, like, because I don't even know if it's fair to say I'm like a casual... Yeah, I'm a casual gamer, but, like, I am very, like, set in my ways. Like, I like what I like, and usually I can't be convinced otherwise. So, like, I love open world games. I even love... A game has to have, like, one of these three things. A great open world, and not just, like, a dead open world. Unless it's Minecraft, that's fine. I don't mind no people being in that. I love Minecraft. Minecraft is, like, honestly, probably my number one game.
I just never got into it, really.
Oh, I just fucking like, honestly, I have to, like, this in right now in my life, I'm not playing it, because if I play it, I will not do drag. I will not do anything. I will just spend time on my, because my ultimate goal with all this nerd shit is to give myself a little bit of an escape from life. Minecraft is the ultimate escape. Like, ultimate escape. A whole world where you can just basically do whatever the fuck you want.
Have you tried the VR version?
Bitch, I could never. Also, VR's a bit disorientating for me. Like, it's a bit disorientating. So I feel like if I was to spend... Because I can't play Minecraft and not play it for hours. I would... Same
with The Sims.
Yeah, I'd be Barkley in fucking Star Trek and getting, like, nauseated from being in the holodeck too long. Like, but yeah, like, so I don't really... Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else within, like, the alien topic.
So we've done language, we've done how we think First Contact would go, we've done popular media. Okay. Say we were in a First Contact situation.
You are right now. You're making first contact with aliens right now.
I mean, one that I've known for how long now?
I don't know. How long have we known each other? Like maybe 4 years?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we knew each other quite a bit before the pandemic. Maybe like
The
6
Ponder
months.
replay.
Yeah. But yeah, what were you guys saying? So if we were in a first contact, like us two, making first contact, the human race sent us. I would walk up to you. I'd be like,
take these motherfuckers.
No, I'd be like, y'all want to have a joint? Y'all want to smoke up? Like, what do you want to do?
Okay, besides that,
Yeah.
what do you think your other reactions would be? So that's one.
Okay, in seriousness. Okay, so explain to me how is this a planned?
Let's make up some other scenario. So they're humanoid.
Okay.
Not like really scary,
Okay.
weird, distorted things. And yeah,
Can they communicate with us?
let's say for this scenario, yes.
So like telepathic communication. Because
Yeah,
if
we'll
an
go with
alien
that.
race is telepathic, they would be able to communicate with us. Like,
Yes.
It would just be able.
So we'll go with
Okay,
telepathic aliens.
the last thing I need to know is this first contact planned, or are we like in like a movie situation where we were like in the woods and then suddenly we met aliens?
Unplanned.
Unplanned. Okay. Well, first thing we know that I need to get out of the way is my scream. Because whatever would have happened, it would have made me jump. So cut to half the times I've screamed on here. And then honestly, I mean, okay. I feel like I would definitely have this like, you know, that feeling when like your heart falls into the pit of your stomach, and it's like I feel like that terror would be there because, and like, you know, goosebumps and all of that. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like I would no. As in, I would be surprised. Like, oh my god, we're fucking there's aliens in Hove Park. What the fuck? But I wouldn't be surprised that aliens existed. I have for my entire life. You know, I can't remember a time where I did not know science fiction. So like the idea of aliens is not like an alien concept to me. So I think on the whole, I wouldn't be entirely like, what the fuck? I think I would just be like the initial and then just kind of like assessing the situation. Because as much as I believe any aliens that would come here probably wouldn't be hostile, because really, what the fuck have we got? Like, what the fuck have we got that they would want? Like, honestly, if they could travel all the way here, what the fuck?
Well, we don't know.
There is nothing on this planet that you can't find anywhere else in the universe. We have found most other things, evidence in. Even water is not like.
But like.
Water's probably the one thing I would think we would have that would be useful, but there is water in other places in the galaxy.
But like maybe the combination of salt water or water that is
perhaps
frozen and stuff like that.
I just feel like there's so if you're an alien, I'm assuming any alien race that is traveling here is not coming from close by, because as I said, like we would have observed that. If you have the technology to get you here and back to your place and go wherever safely, there really can't be much on Earth that you would need. Do you know what I mean? Because there's nothing too special about what's on this planet that you can't find anywhere else. Apart from, as you said, like I understand what you're saying, because like the diversity of water on this planet, yeah, for sure. But I'm sure there's salt water on other planets. I'm sure. Well, we know there's fresh water on other planets. Like,
I wonder if aliens, if they visited and were looking at everything we have, I wonder if they'd be most interested in like the creatures on this planet and biology.
Oh, definitely.
Because that's probably like, you know, minerals and things like that are found all over the universe.
but life forms aren't.
But life forms aren't. So I wonder if, you know, they would look at like a...
I think they would definitely study
Yeah.
the amount of life.
Oh, yeah,
here.
definitely.
Like, sorry to bring this up, but like say they saw like a venomous snake.
Yeah.
And they'd be like... oh, well, actually, this venom is something that will solve loads of our problems. So we're going to take these snakes back with us. Something like that.
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, or even like, I'll get to that in a bit. But, so yeah, like using snake venom or other types of animal venom, or even like poisonous plants as well, because they've adapted those things to deal with us and other animals. That might not be the case on another planet.
I guess I just feel like most remedies that are cured or that are helped from animal products on this planet are useful because the diseases we encounter, everything is from Earth. So I think that's the only. It's like, oh, this, like, you know, not to get. I'm not a scientist. Surprise. So, you know, it's like snake venom beats flu number 6, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like, because these things have opposing things in science that counteract each other because they both evolved on the same planet. But I just feel like, I don't know, I think for me, it's not that I can't get into you two's concepts. It's like my idea that, like, if aliens were to come here, they would just have to be so advanced, because otherwise, how did they get here? Do you know what I mean?
Or they're refugees.
I get, yeah. But even at that point, like, if you've traveled this far, you must be, because we can't go, like, we send probes and shit and satellites up and through the deep space. But we say deep space ain't shit for what we've traveled. Like, we have traveled basically nowhere. And in terms of actually sending people, we've gone to something that is barely outside of our atmosphere. Okay, the moon is outside of our atmosphere, but, like, do you know what I mean? It's not, we have not gone far, like, at all. So and the amount of resources it takes as a planet to do that shit. If an alien race is just coming here, like, what's up? What's up, monkeys? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Monkeys.
Shit, no, not calling us. We're all monkeys. We're all monkeys. But, like, I just feel like any alien race that this is, and I know this is just my thing, like how I've grown up, but it's like, I just can't imagine it any other way. Like, they would have to be so fucking advanced, like medically, scientifically, like fucking, you know, socially. I just feel like they would be so advanced that we can't even comprehend how advanced. Because yeah. What were you guys say?
It's break time.
Shut up! We just had one.
That was 15 minutes ago. Okay.
Have I just been talking straight for 15 minutes?
Yeah. That's the whole point.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Oh, wait, did you go first last time, or was it me?
No, it was you.
Okay.
Don't clickety clack.
We blackety black.
We'll be right back.
What? I did it right!
I know. I was just like, wait a minute. Did she get it right?
And we're black. So I have a question.
Okay.
If you could, well, we're filming right now. So if you could give a message to aliens of beyond, what would you say on behalf of the
Don't kill me. That's it.
Will, what would be your message to aliens out there?
Probably just like, just don't.
Just don't what?
Can you just not?
Not what?
Whatever it is.
Whatever you got planned.
Please just don't.
Just don't.
What
Well,
would yours be?
mine would probably be a bit controversial. Do it. Fucking do it. Like, we've had a good run. Like, and we've made a mess of it. So whatever you want to do, fairs. Pretty much. And if you need help, I'm here. Yeah.
So basically, if the aliens do turn up, we need to hide you somewhere.
What do you mean hide me?
Because you'll be betraying everyone.
Yes! Hell yes! Hell bloody yes. If aliens turned up and they went, look, yeah, y'all and your nuclear weapons and your plans to go to Mars and disrupt the asteroid belt and all this nonsense, yeah, it's got to stop. And I'll be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. We don't, like, fucking... In fact, if you can... Here's my message. If you're coming, which I know you're probably not, but if you are coming to destroy us, destroy humans. Let the animals be. Let dolphins have a chance, yeah? Let the octopus, jellyfish aren't smart. The dolphins, octopus, octopi, and what else is smart on this planet? Orangutans. No, primates, we've done enough. We're done. We're done. Fucking reptiles had their chance. Oh no, dinosaurs aren't reptiles. Oh, they're birds. Anyway. Or birds are dinosaurs, more like. Anyway, that's not. We've had that episode. Yeah. We've had that fucking episode. So yeah, my message is, you're probably not gonna destroy us. So, but if you are, go for it. Like, do it. They could probably do it so quick that we wouldn't even know.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, we've had enough scenarios where that
it'd be
just the
very
case.
much like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where it's just.
I know you've been waiting to get that in there.
I've not said it the whole episode. It's my new favourite word going into 2023. Y'all need to go check out Lil Miss Jocelyn on Instagram and see the clip where she comes back from watching Black Panther. That's where I've got that from. Watcha! Anyway, maybe it's better without context. But yeah. So yeah, I think we've probably concluded our conversation on aliens. And we've talked about the new year, new me. Yeah, you know.
You're going to get the same old me, except I'm just going to be a bit bolder.
Actually, yeah, no, you're getting a different me because I have officially entered my villain era. Like, I am actually
true.
I am fully in my villain era right now. Like, I...
Just wait till the music drops.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say that. Oh, yeah. This is a mess. So, okay, so we're done with the aliens. This is a message to some people. Some people last year made because I've now been doing drag full time for like, well, over a year. But last year was my first like full year doing it full time. And I think after being on the scene for a while, and like I would say I'm an all right performer. So it's been a lot of like, oh, you're so great and all of this. But now I've been on here for a while, I'm starting to hear comments come back. People have slipped and said things in front of me, or other people who have heard comments have reported back to me. And and yeah, like there's been a lot of like, you know, I'm obviously like not your traditional drag queen. I don't do like traditional. I wouldn't say you're traditional either.
No.
Like we have our traditional moments.
Yeah.
Like
because we have to.
Yeah, and also like we have people like Stephanie Von Klitz in our life and stuff who do like garner influence over us. So you know, we do have our moments of like traditional like drag cabaret. But like for me, like I think anyone who's seen me live knows that I obviously do my original music. I do like modern like R&B, classic R&B, like hip hop, rock, like dance, like just kind of like whatever.
We tend to do a mishmash of everything.
Yeah.
Like
so
I've got my K-pop numbers, I've got my rock numbers.
Yeah.
You've got your rap numbers and your R&B numbers, which again, two things, especially when we do them in tandem as well.
Yeah.
Like you don't see that on the scene.
100%.
Even in like lip syncing
100%,
scenarios
yeah.
as well. It's like we're kind of weird in those aspects as well. Because
and like,
we pull from so many different places.
Yeah, 100%. And like basically a lot of the stuff has been said is like people don't want me to do particular songs, they don't want me to rap. Like, you know, one venue person described me, told another person, another drag queen, I'm not going to say names, a venue owner said to another drag queen, I don't want to book Alex for today because someone dropped out and this person suggested me, and this person said I don't want to book Alex for Saturday because she's a rapper. Now, I'm not one to toot my own horn. However, cool it. And the other queen had a very similar reaction because the other queen even said to the person like, well, you already know this. I'm telling you, like you don't know, because I called her up straight away. I was like, bitch. But the drag queen said, Alex can sing circles around pretty much all the queens on this. Yeah, like so to call her a rapper like makes no sense. It's racially charged. In fact, for sure.
The caucasity.
Yeah,
we
for
will
real.
go with that because it was caucasity.
So like, I'm not gonna lie, like part of it did feed into like my depression towards the end of last year because like, you know, I can't do nothing about being black. Like, of course, yeah, I can change my songs and all that, but like I have actually, as far as I'm aware, I've not had a negative reaction from an audience, and unless the audience is reacting in a way to like me pulling out old school R&B or me doing Doja Cat or me doing my own music, but they usually react really positively.
Exactly.
So like, there's no reason on my end to change anything.
Which is the whole reason a certain other someone had to be tagged when we did our R&B show.
Oh, yeah.
After the comments they made at Drag Idol.
Yeah. That person gets gathered quite a lot. I hear not many people like them on the scene. Because every time I go up to London, like... Anyway, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this because this person will literally come for us. Not that we're scared. Yeah, not that we're fucking scared. But as in, like, you know... Let's not start 2023
We're planning
with
on
a Twitter
expanding. We don't want to ruin those bridges just yet.
But, like... So, yeah, I've, like, entered... Oh, yeah, so when Mel says about, like, watch out for the music, like... So because this person said like, oh, I don't want to book Alex because she's a rapper. Oh, you thought I was, oh, you want to see a fucking drag queen rapper? Okay, wait. Because I have fucking, and the bars I've been coming up with, like, yeah. So my next, I don't want to say too much, but let's just say in a project coming up, expect probably me to be rapping more than I'm singing because I'm that mad.
And the villain will fully...
Yeah, I'm in full villain mode. I will definitely come out of it, and I'm not saying that I'm like turning into a horrible person. I'm just kind of like being like, nah, fuck that. Like a lot of stuff happened last year where like I feel like I've been taken advantage of. I've been like taken for granted. Like I work very hard, and I feel like, and especially when I came into drag, I was very nice, you know. Like I was very shy and very like, and I'm still like that way. But obviously with people like you and other people, like, I'm a lot more comfortable.
And like bearing in mind, our drag family in general is quite nice.
Yeah, for sure.
By like drag queen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Drag personality standards.
Yeah.
But in terms of actual nice.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Don't fuck with
No, fuck that shit. Yeah, like I have no time for niceties and politeness anymore. Not that I'm not gonna be polite, but as in like. It has been a detriment to myself sometimes, and I'm talking about business scenarios. I'm not talking about
just in general.
Yeah, I'm not talking about friendships and stuff like that. I'm talking about like business scenarios. It's just kind of like
going forward.
Yeah, like you just I've just got to.
We got shit to do.
Yeah, and just be a bit
and
more.
We
like,
ain't taking the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That ain't happening no more.
So yeah. So I've entered my villain era.
Welcome.
And I like that.
Welcome to the council.
Yeah, thank you to the layer. But
our meetings are on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Black is essential.
Yeah. But so yeah. But I've got to say, I'm looking forward to this year. I'm looking forward to it. Like I've got some interesting stuff booked. We're gonna do more with this.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we got some plans for our R&B show. Like,
yeah,
give it a
definitely.
bit more of a story and a structure. And, yeah.
I mean, I'm planning on getting back into my music again.
Yeah.
Because that needs to happen. Like, the amount of stuff that I've just been sitting on and have not actually used my now spare time.
Yeah.
Even with working another job outside of drag, it's just... I now have the time to actually work on stuff.
Yeah.
So all the little side projects now...
It's going to take... Yeah, it's important for us, because, like, drag is a great creative outlet, but a lot of the times, like, we're doing it at such a fast pace.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, you know, I even just want to have a day of, like...
Club.
Yeah.
Another club.
Yeah.
Another club.
But, like, I even want to have a day of just, like, doing my makeup not for a show and just, like, because I, like, miss the experimentation of, like, before I was full-time, of just kind of, like... You know, I would spend like 3... Now I can do my makeup in like an hour.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, and it's very much just like paint by numbers, but I would, yeah.
Like the ability to, I do wish that I still gave myself that amount of time to get ready.
But that's the thing, because we got, you know...
Shit to do.
Yeah, we're on the move now. Like before, when we weren't like moving at the pace that we are now, it's like...
Although one thing we are never doing again, I'm sorry girl, we are not getting ready on the train again.
Oh, yeah, that can fuck off. Like, the amount of times, specifically, the two of us together had to do our makeup on the train was honestly racist. Like, it really was. Like, and fuck National Rail, another year of you fucking... I wasn't even gonna... I was just about to quote the Cheryl Hole, another year of doing mediocre. But bitch... Another year of being abysmal, yeah? Get your shit together, fucking hell. Anyway, it's my message to the aliens. Yeah, aliens, if you could do anything about the National Rail, like, come on. Get with it, yeah. Fucking hell.
I just don't understand how like we're one of the only countries, considering we were one of the first to have like any form of rail system.
Because we're still using that same rail system from the fucking Victorian era. However, can I just clarify? I'm not talking about the strikes. Like the strikes, fucking
Very valid.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the day-to-day service, which yeah.
It's not necessarily
Pile of shit.
the staff and teams that work there's fault. It's literally higher ups.
Although I'm sure some of them are cunts too.
Well,
A cunt gotta be a cunt. That's just how it is. So, but yeah, I think, should we leave it there?
I mean, we could.
We could.
Is there anything
We
else?
should. Yeah?
Yeah.
Will's saying yeah. So,
Aliens.
because space! And with that, we shall prim out of here.
Beam us up.
Yeah. Oh my god, could you do that effect, Will?
We'll try.
Okay. Well, either we've beamed away, or we're still sitting here, and we're just gonna cut at a really awkward point.
Peace.
God, I really need to fart.
I just want to see how long you'd stay there for.
Forever. I would stay there forever.
Well, I gotta go.
Yeah,
Bye.
and cut the cameras.
Yep, of course, just beam away, leaving me here, tidy up. Oh, I wish I could transport, but no, Will has to take the bus. I mean, really, I'd really just like to be appreciated for once in a while. I mean, the light falls down. Oh, yeah, who has to fix it? Will has to fix it. Oh, I don't have a drink. Who has to get the drink?